flickered its glow across human eyes. Before words were shaped into prayers or legends whispered under stars, the earth belonged to monsters whose names were lost to time. But some names refuse to stay forgotten. Let me take you back. Close your eyes. Listen. A warm wind hisses through towering ferns. Sunlight shatters into 1,000 emerald shards as it filters through a dense, humid canopy. The air tastes of brine and life, salt and decay. Somewhere nearby, water murmurs over stones, and insects shriek like tiny gears grinding in the dark. This is North Africa, 100 million years ago, a kingdom of rivers, a realm of giants. And at the center of it all lurks a hunter unlike anything the world has ever seen. He is massive, longer than a Tyrannosaurus, heavier than a bull elephant. But he is no mere brute. His silhouette is alien. A towering sail arches along his spine, crimson and ochre under the dawn. His skull, narrow as a crocodile's, glides forward over the water, lined with conical teeth like daggers of ivory. His nostrils sit high on his snout, perfect for lurking just beneath the surface. His eyes, yellow as molten gold, peer through reeds and shadows. This is Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, and his world is a realm both beautiful and treacherous. The river is the lifeblood of this kingdom. It coils across the floodplain in a network of channels and pools, green and glittering under a sky alive with dragonflies as long as daggers. Schools of fish churn the shallows. Turtles sun themselves on tangled logs. A pair of sawfish sweep by, their long rostrums slicing through the water like serrated blades. Yet beneath the tranquil surface, danger lurks. Shadows move with deadly purpose. Spinosaurus lowers his snout into the current. He can sense vibrations with his long jaws, ripples that betray fleeing fish. He steps forward, clawed feet pressing into the soft riverbed, and lunges. A spray of water explodes skyward as his jaws snap shut on a lungfish as thick as a man's arm. He raises his head, water streaming down the ridges of his sail, droplets glittering like diamonds in the sun. His prey writhes, then goes limp as blood clouds the river red. He is not merely a predator, he is the lord of two worlds, hunter of both land and water. But this kingdom is not his alone. Far across the river, the trees tremble as something titanic approaches. Here come the giants of Gondwana, a herd of Paralititan, 100 tons of muscle and bone and rolling thunder, necks swaying like towering cranes, tails lashing flies from flanks thick as fortress walls. Their feet sink into the wet mud, leaving craters behind. They move in silence, eyes wary, even giants must fear. Spinosaurus eyes them from the reeds. He is no fool. He cannot challenge such mountains of flesh directly, but he stalks the edge of their path. For where giants tread, they leave behind treasures, trampled nests, shattered eggs, wounded creatures too weak to keep up. Opportunity is the currency of survival. The river is rising. Rain lashes the canopy day after day, drumming a relentless tattoo on leaves and pools. The banks overflow, transforming forest into swamp. One dawn, Spinosaurus stands on a log caught in the flood. He watches as an ancient palm collapses into the torrent, vanishing beneath a roiling surge. He snarls. He is a creature built for water, but even he can drown if the river becomes a monster. And there are rivals lurking in the storm. From upstream comes a scent, coppery, sharp, blood. Spinosaurus turns toward it, curiosity ignited. He follows the smell through flooded channels until he finds a sandbar half submerged. There, locked in a violent struggle, are two predators. One is a massive crocodile, Sarcosuchus imperator, longer than a bus, armored like a living tank. The other is another Spinosaurus. They clash with primal ferocity, jaws snap shut with gunshot force, water sprays in towering sheets. Spinosaurus watches, muscles tense. He wants no part in this duel, yet the territory, the fishing grounds, the access to safer nesting banks, all hang in the balance. He steps forward, low and silent, ready to intervene if the victor emerges too bloodied to fight again. Survival is a game played in the shadows. As days pass, the floodwaters recede. The river shrinks back into its channel, leaving stranded pools teeming with fish. Carrion lies, half buried, in mud. The air grows thick with the scent of decay. Spinosaurus stalks these shallows, harvesting the river's aftermath. He finds turtles flipped on their backs, struggling helplessly. A lungfish gasps in a puddle, rapidly evaporating beneath the sun. He consumes them all. But there is another hunger gnawing at his instincts. The season is changing. A call echoes across the floodplain, a deep, resonant bellow. Spinosaurus lifts his head. His throat vibrates as he roars in answer, a low, rolling thunder that travels far along the waterways. It is time. He must claim territory. He must find a mate. He must ensure that his bloodline continues in a world teetering on the edge of chaos. And one dawn, he finds her. She stands in the shallows, crimson sail rippling like silk, watching him with wary eyes. He approaches slowly, lowering his head, uttering a low, rumbling growl that reverberates through the water. She does not flee. For hours, they circle one another, tracing spiral paths through the river's silver surface. He displays his sail, flashing its colors in the rising sun. She responds in kind, her own sail catching the light like stained glass. They are monsters, yes, but here, for a moment, they are something more. A pair drawn together by ancient rhythms, older than stars. Time passes, the river shrinks further as the dry season tightens its grip. Pools become dark, isolated pockets. Prey becomes scarce. Spinosaurus grows thin. His ribs press beneath his skin. He stares at the dwindling water, nostrils flaring, waiting for a ripple that might betray a fish still trapped in the shallows. And one stormy night, as rain lashes the river once more, a clutch of eggs lies buried high on a sandy bank, guarded by the female Spinosaurus. Each fragile shell holds a secret, tiny hearts beating, waiting to hatch. New hunters, new survivors, new masters of this watery empire. Far down the river, a pack of rugops prowls the banks, eyes gleaming beneath heavy brow ridges. They are scavengers, but can kill if desperate. They sense the vulnerability of the nesting site. Spinosaurus lowers himself into the water, silent as dusk. He glides through shallows, emerging suddenly with a roar that shakes droplets from the leaves. The rugops scatter, their shrieks fading into the trees. But the Earth's clock is relentless. Seasons pass. Dry spells stretch longer. The river becomes a meandering ghost of its former self. One by one, pools dry to cracked basins. White salt crusts their edges. Fish bones litter the mud. And finally, there comes a day when Spinosaurus stands in a riverbed gone dry, staring across a plain of dust. He lets out a low growl, a sound swallowed by emptiness. In the far future, the Sahara winds will cover his kingdom in endless dunes. His bones will lie hidden for eons, wrapped in sandstone, waiting for the touch of human hands. And one day, paleontologists will stand beneath burning desert suns, brush away the dust, and reveal to the world that there once lived a dragon among rivers. A dragon who was not a myth, but flesh and blood, sinew and sail. Spinosaurus aegyptiacus,